friends. I am getting ready to go on my third trip to the property. Really, it's my second trip because the last trip I attempted was a complete misadventure where I thought I was going to do all the excavation myself, and getting halfway into it, I realized that's probably not a good idea. It's better to hire professionals. On this trip, I'm going to meet with 2 different companies, both of them based out of El Paso. That took me probably up to 24 phone calls to find the companies that would even be willing to go out there to give me bids. I'm really looking forward to meeting with them. I've built a list on my Google Docs so that on the day that I am leaving, I know exactly what I'm going to need. That I need my tent, I need my sleeping bag, I need my cot so I'm not sleeping on rocky ground, I need my pillow. It's very detail-oriented and a little laborious. I could stay in the nearest town in Sierra Blanca. There is one motel, but that's a 2-hour drive from the property. If I want to go out to the property and come back the same day and stay in a motel, I'm signing up for 4 hours of driving. It's a lot easier if I go camping. The actual camping part requires a lot of planning. I got to bring my own food. I got to bring my own water. I got to bring my own shelter. I got to bring my own defense and protection. I'm 5 miles from the Mexican border. Who knows what's happening out there? I also know that mountain lions are up in the Eagle Mountains. Now, is that super likely? No, but I also don't want to be defenseless. I have to worry about the roads. Although my truck has 4-wheel drive, I don't know how to use 4-wheel drive. I've never done that before. I've never needed it. So I expect that the truck should have no trouble handling it, but I guess I'm gonna find out the hard way. Greetings from Fort Worth, Texas. I am on my way to Del Rio, which is nowhere near my property, but I'm kind of trying to double dip here. The reason I'm going to Del Rio is I'm gonna do the interview for the Global Entry program, and I applied for this program back in September, and it's now April, and they finally decided to give me the interview. So I've double dipped to make sure that I can meet the excavators while I'm on my way out there. I had about 6 hours of drive time. From here, I'm just outside of Fort Worth on my way down to the border. There is nothing to do on this drive, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. I really enjoyed it because it turned out to be so stormy and moody, but then I had the nice surprise of running into wildlife. I estimated that I had seen about 30 deer, and having absolutely nothing to do and not a whole lot to look at, decided to count deer and hogs to pass the time on my way down. I've counted 51 deer, including an enormous buck, and I'm not a big hunter, so I don't have any idea how many points he was, but it was a lot of points. And also 5 hogs, probably ran over a couple of them because thank God they were piglets, but I'm just amazed, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to capture it on the video, but there's also a thunderstorm on the horizon. So it just feels like the most stereotypical Texas outdoor country driving that I could possibly imagine. I'm loving every second of it, and what I thought was gonna be a boring journey to the border has actually turned out to be pretty interesting. That was absolutely crazy. I just turned off of 377 onto 277 into Del Rio. Deer count right now is 114. I think that's probably all I'm gonna see now that I'm on a more trafficked road, but we'll find out. Well, I made it. Didn't see any more deer. Grand total of 114, no extra hogs. I'm settled in the Airbnb, and I'm gonna try to get some rest. My global entry interview is tomorrow at 10, and I just confirmed the address. The goal is to wake up, get coffee, go, and get out to the property as quickly as I can after the interview. All right, I just got myself a coffee, much needed. It's the first one of the day, and it's already 1 o'clock. Well, I just got done with the interview for the global entry program. That really wasn't too bad. That was only 10 minutes. Now I am leaving Del Rio. I am on my way. I put in Indio Mountains Research Station, which puts me 5 hours and 50 minutes from where I'm currently located. I should get there sometime around 3 in the afternoon. I'm trying to go quickly because I want to have plenty of time to do some chores and site prep for when I meet the excavators tomorrow. I have no idea what a tethered aerostat radar system is, but if you do, you should explain. Isn't that river amazing? I really wanted to know, what did I just cross? Because I know that was not the Rio Grande. And the problem is that there's no cell signal out here, and there was no signage and no markage. So at the moment, I have no idea what that gorgeous site was. I'm really looking forward to getting a signal again so I can figure it out. Coming up on 3 hours, I had to stop for gas in Marathon. That was a welcome break, just to break up the monotony of the road. But then I saw how much gas costs and was a little less excited about my break. But the nice thing about that stretch from Marathon out towards Marfa is that it's kind of hipsterish, which not exactly my scene, but I really do enjoy hipster food. So I was able to stumble across a food truck and get some really, really good Thai food. Everything about West Texas is so kitschy and interesting. I knew that was in Valentine, and I just got through the town, and I was a little disappointed that I didn't see it, because even though it's called Prada Marfa, I know it's in Valentine. Turns out it's on the north side of town, so I was a little late getting the shot, but I am excited that I got to see it, even though it's not really much to it. Dust devils also helped me pass some of the time on the drive. I saw about 10 on the way to the property, and really in that area, they're not all that noteworthy. It's hot, you have a ton of wind, and those are the perfect conditions for dust devils to form. Even though they look like mini tornadoes, they're mostly harmless. I've been stuck in the middle of them. It's really not fun when you're driving down the highway, because if you're going full speed and you try to drive into one, you will feel a sudden deceleration in the car. It's like you hit something going 10 miles an hour. I've learned the hard way not to just barrel through it. You do need to be careful, because the air does have density and it will make you slow down. You also have to be careful because occasionally it can pick up debris and small trash and branches that'll scrape your car. This sad little gate right here is what Google thinks I should drive down. But one, it's locked, and two, there's a barbed wire fence right behind it. So I'm gonna try one tiny little alternative. Otherwise, I think this plan of going through the mountains it's looking pretty dead. Well, there is a road, and I am going to try it, but I'm not feeling too optimistic about it. We'll see. It looks semi-private. So this is where I'm turning off from the paved road onto the dirt road. Wish me luck. All right, time to turn this thing into a 4x4. I know how screwed I am if I get stuck out here. I think I'm absolutely in big trouble.